Nick should be joining any second. Okay. Let's see. Oh my goodness, there's already so many of you. Hi, guys. Okay. We did it. Wait, I can't hear you well. Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. What happened?
I don't know, but we're here.
There's 24, 33K. Oh.
Watch what you say.
How you doing?
I feel like you got blonder.
I'm fully blonde right now for a movie. But
No, I know, but I feel like since last time I saw you through Zoom, it's blonder.
What it is like this constant process of them having to like re-dye it. I have
Right.
hair in my life, so I didn't know what.
I've never dyed it either.
Would it be hard to dye your hair if it's that dark, or can you do?
I would assume it'd probably be really hard to go blonde. Yeah, I think they have to like bleach it first in order for that to happen.
This is the thing. They tried to tone my hair.
Okay.
And it went ginger. So love ginger people everywhere, but
No, not you though.
for me, Sofia Carson.
Nicholas Galitzine. What is happening in the world right now? This is crazy.
How are you feeling? How are you? There's so many people.
I know. I'm sure I'm feeling the same way that you are. It's like I'm just overwhelmed with gratitude and so overjoyed. And I mean, you know, Nick, we talked about this, like how much this movie meant to me and to us. And you never know when you release something into the world what's going to happen. And to see people loving it as deeply as we loved making it, it's just like the most incredible feeling in the world. And I get teary-eyed just thinking about it.
Yeah, it long ago. I mean, it really isn't that long.
No. I mean, you and I just shot recently. Like, fun fact for those of you watching, the last scenes of the movie of us on the beach, we shot that in April, like 2 days after my birthday.
Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, it was funny. I wonder if, because it wasn't just the end credit scenes that we shot, but we shot some additional footage, or at least I did.
You did.
Of me doing some military stuff.
Military stuff.
I wonder if there are any keen eyes who can spot how completely
Your hair.
because
Sure.
obviously we shaved my eyebrow for it, so I couldn't cut my hair again or do the eyebrow thing because I was going on to another project, and obviously what you're allowed to do. But the way that we had to comb my eyebrow sort of aggressively to make it look like there in it,
but they did it. I just realized, because if you look at those photos and the footage, it looks like it's shaved.
They did the thing. They did
the thing. Also, I just remembered. Remember you weren't tan when we did.
Yeah.
And
So,
we had to use different methods of tanning for this scene, and we ended up just being completely drenched in orange by the end of the day.
because apparently fake tan and white clothes just don't
go well together. And going in the ocean.
go. So it was like we wanted to do this shot where we were like fully like in the water, holding each other, but then we just don't think the clothes are gonna hold up. Well, we did get to run in at the end.
We did.
Anyway, as I was saying, I mean, it just feels like, yeah, it feels so long since we did it, but like, wow, like this was a full-on filming experience. Every dollar of that budget we squeezed out and tried to put it on the screen. You know, doing long days sometimes in this crazy heat in the desert, and you know, it's like funny because we had like so much fun filming this movie. I think cast and crew, we had such a good laugh, but we were oftentimes doing this hyper emotional.
Yeah, every day. I feel like we realized at one point, I think there was that we were just deliriously laughing, me not being able to push the wheelchair.
Yeah.
But every other day, it was really intense and emotional. And like, what's funny to me, and when we lived it, we were like, oh, wow. But like, you know, Nick and I had never met until the night before we started shooting. And obviously, the whole heart of this movie is a love story and our chemistry. We only met through Zoom, like this, I guess. And the next day, we got married. How scared I was.
Yeah. Yeah. You were like, this is triggering. I do
It
not.
just felt, and it was like the common thing is like, it just all felt so real, all constantly. It was wild. We were like, is that judge real? Like, are we technically married now?
Yeah. Because she was good as well. She was like,
It was really good.
no. So we got married on the first day.
Yeah.
We
You got shipped off to war on the second day, the deployment scene, which was really a big one.
yeah, and you confessed your undying love for me.
But yes, that night, I remember like as the sun was setting, we had like 2 takes, and it was like Sofia running in these massive heels to go tell Luke.
And by the end of the week, we'd done the sort of the motel scene.
The love scene, yeah.
That was
yeah. We had to just kind of dive right into this and like trust each other. But yeah, like what you were saying, so much of it was really, really emotional, and it's just kind of why. I mean, I guess it's quite beautiful, right, to know that everything that we put in those moments, and when you and I were so frustrated at ourselves, and like,
yeah,
people are connecting to it.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, I mean, I'd be lying if I said there wasn't like a part of me that was like totally shocked by this, because I think for me, a lot of the times I do these projects and I just assume that they're just going to go into this hole and no one in the world is going to see them at all.
Yeah.
You try and like emotionally detach because you put so much into
Well,
it.
you're protecting yourself.
Yeah, you put so much into a character, and you know, you don't want to get
Heartbroken.
So, but it's been this. I'm not sure how it's been for you, but for me, it's a bizarre thing because I've been on this other job and we've been filming in the countryside, but oftentimes I have zero connection. So, you're like, you see it somewhere in the morning on your social media or whatever, and you go and you film. The frick happened, but
No,
how you felt with all the love, because obviously you've had like, you know, incredible hits before, like Descendants and stuff like that, but
this is different. Yes, Descendants definitely was a phenomenon. It changed my life, but I don't know, Nick, what has happened this last week, and it's pretty extraordinary. It's really, really, really extraordinary. Everything that's happening, not only with the movie, #1 now in 80 countries, 7 days straight. The soundtrack is #1 in the world. The album is #2. I wrap my head around that fact. Come Back Home is one of the most viral songs in the world, as are the other songs on the soundtrack. It's just, I don't think I've slept since Friday, because I'm also on your side of the world now. So I'm working LA hours, so like I'm up every day till 6 a.m. getting all this incredible news, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But like you say, you never know what's going to happen. And I too, and even though I would text you like, Nick, by the way, I'm hearing all these things from press, and you were like, yeah, but I'm going to keep it at arm's length. And I was like, I'm just telling you, I don't think they would be telling me these things. And one hopes, but you just never know.
Yeah, I think you've definitely been like a like guiding factor in all this, because like I guess in some ways like you've felt, like you say, it's slightly different, but you felt this like fever before, whereas
Yeah.
overwhelming and so new. So I'm like trying to deal with it the best way
I
possible. How have you felt that like some people have liked a particular song over another one? Do you feel like there's a song that you connect with over the other ones?
So it seems like people have connected most with Come Back Home, which is amazing. And I think secondly is I Didn't Know. But I know that your favorite is neither of those. Tell us your favorite.
My favorite is I Hate the Way, or Hate. I just think it's cool. It's like a rock song, really. It's just such a like. It's got like pace to it. It's aggressive. Yeah, that's the one that I mean, I like all of them. Underrated, Blue Side of the Sky. It's a bop.
Funny.
It's a bop.
I know people are. It's a bop. It's a bop. My heart is a bit more towards like Come Back Home. I Didn't Know, Hate the Way. Also, I'm the piano version of Hate the Way. But maybe you guys didn't know this, but Mr. Galitzine here, he was very generous when we were shooting, and even though he wasn't in these scenes when Cassie was performing, he would come to set and he would be my eyeliner.